All right, hey guys, day 21, you made it. You made it all the way through. I would like to congratulate you for sticking with it and coming all the way to this point. By now, hopefully, you should have developed a daily practice of doing your breath work and your meditation. I hope it's been impacting your life in positive ways like it has mine. I mean, it's literally changed almost everything for me. It just made everything become more magical and easy, and become more productive and more focused and more able to get stuff done. So I really hope that that's been true for you as well. And you might not have seen it just yet, but I promise you, if you keep practicing this every day, you do your daily breath work, things are going to change for you. I promise. So today I thought we would just review, put everything together, and then we'll do another little meditation to wrap things up. So what did we learn? We learned some easy techniques like ujjayi breathing, yogic breathing, and then different patterns of counts and interrupted counts. We learned the three main yoga techniques. There are a few others that I'm not going to teach in this course because they're a little bit, I don't want to use the word weird, but they're not ones that you would really use too often. There will be a bonus video. There's one more that I'll share with you from the yoga practice. But this is pretty much it. It's pretty much Nadi Shodhana, fire breath, and bellows breath. Those are the three. So you've already learned basically the most advanced practice from some of them. So we didn't take it as advanced with the fire breath and the bellows breath. We only did Nadi Shodhana. So with Nadi Shodhana, the most advanced version is to add the locks in the inner retention and outer retention. And then for fire breath and bellows breath, it's the same thing. It's just adding that inner retention and outer retention, then adding the locks after you've done the breathing. That's the most advanced version of those three techniques. So you've pretty much done parts of them, and if you want to complete it, if you want to practice fire breath, full inhale retention with the locks, and then exhale with the great lock, you're welcome to do so. I'm not going to do that in this video. I think you've, at this point, practiced enough, you've understood enough that you can pretty much add that however you want to. So once again, the locks, they are adding to our practice by retaining energy, and they're actually going to create heat for you, especially the abdominal lock. It actually really works if you're cold, like on a cold day. I actually used this at my friend's wedding, believe it or not, true story. A friend of mine got married last year in October, and it was an unusually cold day. It was, around zero, I think it was maybe 5 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, that's like 40, and it was nighttime, and I didn't really dress for the cold because it's fall. I didn't think it was gonna be that cold, so I had my suit on, but I didn't have a jacket or anything. And we were partying until late, and I was freezing at one point. I was really cold. I was even, because I don't handle cold well, and I was even kind of like jittering and shaking. And I went off to myself somewhere, in the woods away from the party, and I actually did this. I leaned over, I did a few deep breaths, and I exhaled forcefully, and I did the abdominal lock, Uddiyana Bandha. Held the breath out, sucked in the abdomen. I did, maybe 10 rounds of that, and it generated enough heat in my body that I stopped shivering, and then I could go back and party. So it does generate heat, it really does work. So yeah, it has other practical benefits other than calming your mind. That's pretty much it for me. I don't have much to say. We've reviewed everything. The only thing I will say as a final note is when we practice these, we only did maybe a couple minutes. I would recommend that whatever you're practicing for the day, you choose a practice and you do it for at least 5, preferably 10 minutes. So however long that takes you, 3 rounds of the Nadi Shodhana, the advanced version, might take you 3 minutes. So do 5 or 10 rounds of that. But make sure you're doing it for at least 5 to 10 minutes before you sit and meditate. So it might be a 20-minute session. You might do breath work for 5 or 10 minutes and then meditate for another 10 minutes or 20 minutes if you have time. Preferably you do it twice a day. If you can only do it once, great. I prefer mornings, so I like to do my breathing first thing in the morning, actually. I do a little stretching, I do my breathing for about 20-30 minutes, and then I'll meditate for another little bit. I try to do it again sometimes in the evening, but ideally if you can get it once, great. If you can do it 3 times, that's perfect. Once in the morning, once before bed, and then perhaps once throughout the day when you have a break in the afternoon, or like over lunch if you have a spare 10 or 20 minutes. Optimally, yes, 3 times a day, but if you can just do it once, that's already great. So, nothing further to say. Without further ado, let's close with a little breath awareness and meditation to wrap up the course. So, I'd invite you to sit in a comfortable posture, spine straight, arms comfortable, shoulders relaxed. You may close your eyes. Observe your natural breath for a few moments. Noticing how this feels today. How is your breath? And feel your body making contact with the ground or the chair beneath you. Notice how the air feels on your skin, how your clothes feel against your skin. Feel supported by the ground beneath you or the chair. Feel the pushing up into you. And focus, like we did last week, on the tip of your nose, your nostrils, and the space just underneath your nostrils. Spend a moment revisiting that area of your upper lip. And try to make your breath very, very soft. Try to make it as subtle as possible. And find the most subtle breath that you can, so that you can still feel the tiniest bit of breath as it travels over your upper lip. Refining your senses by increasing awareness. And if you find yourself becoming lost in thought at any time, that's okay. Observe the thought. Say hi to it. And start again, coming back to the flow of air over the upper lip area. Now shift your awareness, like we did last week, to the top of your head. Again, only a small area, like the area of your upper lip, but take that area and observe that on the top of your head. Being aware of any sensations, any tingling, any pressure, itch, heat or cold. And begin moving that area around like a searchlight, like a spotlight, around your scalp, little bits at a time, millimeter by millimeter. Investigating, being aware of every little millimeter of the top of your head. And if you find yourself distracted or lost in thought, come back to the sound of my voice, say goodbye to the thought, and start again. From the top of your head, you can begin moving that little area, that little searchlight of awareness down in any direction you choose. You can go down the back of your head or down the front of your head, but begin moving that down your body from head all the way to your toes, making sure that every area is touched. You may wish to first go down the back of your head to your neck, and then the front of your head, face, and then down the shoulders and the arms. But very slowly, millimeter by millimeter. And if you get distracted by your thoughts, just start again. Start wherever you left off. Moving your awareness slowly down from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Feeling every body sensation you encounter along the way, whether pleasant or unpleasant. And if you find a sensation, pleasant or unpleasant, feel free to linger there. Observe and experience it fully. Become the sensation. sound of my voice distracts you or makes you realize that you were lost in thought, and just start again. Moving gently your awareness from the crown of your head to the bottoms of your feet, the tips of your toes. Good. No matter where you are in your body scan, you may open your eyes so that we close the practice for today. Thank you again for staying with me through these 21 days. I know that this is probably an intense course. What we just practiced, this meditation, this is essentially Vipassana meditation. And I mean, we practice it for 30 minutes, and normally you practice for 10 days non-stop. So it's pretty intense, it's pretty fast. And with the yoga breathing techniques, like I said in one of the earlier videos, you know, you're meant to do some of these for years before you move on to the more advanced stage. And we went through the whole thing in 21 days. So if you feel like you're not there yet, if you feel like it's hard, if you feel like you can only do a count of 3 for some of these things, really, that's completely normal. I wouldn't expect you to be able to do more than that after just 20 days. Like I said in another video, I mean, it takes at least a year to get to the maximum, 1-4-2-1 Nadi Shodhana ratio. And that's without bandhas. And once you add in the bandhas, your count goes down. So then you got to spend a long time getting back up to the maximum count. So yeah, it could take a long time for you to actually max out, but that's not the goal anyway. The goal is just to practice. So I hope, my goal was just to get you to practice regularly, every day. And if I've gotten you to do that, I'm happy. If you learned something, I really hope that you enjoyed it. And all the best of luck to you. I hope you enjoy some of the other bonus content I've got with this. Much love to all of you, and be well. And feel free to email me, visit my site, kevinholtcoaching.com, with any questions or other resources. And thank you again for taking this course and going on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. And I wish you all the best. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I want to just take a moment to give a massive thank you to all of you that have been supporting my work by buying my book. If you haven't picked up your copy yet, the book is called Young, Successful, and Miserable, A Blueprint to Getting Unstuck and Reclaiming Your Natural Freedom. Now, this book is a result of a long internal process I went through myself when I felt very lost in life and my career, and it's really going to help you clarify your why, your values, your beliefs, how you got to where you are, and where you want to go next. And the bonus to buying this book is, for every copy that I sell, I donate $2 US equivalent to 2 nonprofits for children. So you can see more information about where to get the book and about the 2 nonprofits that I'm working with in the description below in this video. So get yourself a copy today, help yourself, and help children in need at the same time. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you soon.